Hello students, welcome to Dr. B.R. Ambedkar Open University, Hyderabad. As part of BA Sociology, second year, third semester, we have been discussing social issues. Under this chapter, today we will be discussing unemployment. Unemployment is one of the important social issues which has been prevailing for the over the decades, but still this unemployment has prevailed. So, we need to understand, we need to study this topic more scientifically. What is this unemployment and what are the causes of this unemployment, and how the government as well as the private sector would be able to address this unemployment. Now, let us go into detail. When we look at the introduction part of this unemployment, means when a person who is actively searching for a job or employment, but he is not getting a suitable job or he is not able to find a work, then we can call it as unemployment. Unemployment is often used measure of health of the economy. This unemployment concept is used as a tool to measure the economy of the society, economy of the state, means the country. So, overall this unemployment is measured as a tool. Most frequently cited measure of unemployment is the unemployment rate. When you measure in a state or in a country, this unemployment rate is also measured. So, let us try to understand what are the important characteristics, features of this unemployment. Means first one is very important, is age specific, means the working age group people. Unemployment only applies to the labor force, typically defined between the age group of around 15 to 59 or 64. Means the children and retired people are not allowed into the employment. Means for example, in Indian context, the children before 18 years of age group are not allowed, and the aged people, for example, the above 60 years people also not allowed to work. Means the people between the 18 plus as well as 60 below people are able to work. And the second important factor is willingness and ability work. To be classified as unemployment, an individual must be physically and mentally capable of doing certain work, and actively seeking employment is very important. The third one is voluntary distinction. If someone chooses to not to work, for example, independently wealthy individuals and full-time students or homemakers are not seeking employment, they are considered as voluntarily unemployed people. And economic inefficiency, means a high unemployment rate indicates that an economy is operating inside its production possibility frontier. It means human capital, a perishable resource, is being wasted. These are some of the characteristics of the unemployment. And when you look at the types of unemployment, the first important is seasonal unemployment. When you look at in India, the majority of the Indian still we are in rural areas. Means in rural areas the employment is based on agriculture and agriculture allied activities. But however, in India this is very seasonal. When you look at the studies, we can see that out of 12 months, only 7 months or maximum 7 months of work is available in rural areas. Means the remaining 5 months the people are unemployed, whether it is an agriculture or agriculture labor or agriculture allied activities. These unemployment is found. And the second one is voluntary unemployment. Many times the people they don't want to work, and they wanted to they don't have motivation to work, and that is the reason this unemployment is also exists. And frictional unemployment is another unemployment where they lose their jobs because of certain reasons temporarily. So, this frictional unemployment is also very much prevail in the India. And another is casual unemployment, means whether it is in a private sector, whether it is a government sector, the casual means the temporary work, casual unemployment. In casual unemployment, the people are hired for a certain task and they will be given certain wage. So, casual unemployment is also very huge. Another important is disguised unemployment. If you see this disguised unemployment in agriculture sector, where the family members, all people work, the parents, their unmarried children or grandfather, everyone will contribute that work, but that much of work is, that much of efforts are not needed, however they work. So, the payment or the profit out of that, they will get the same. There is no differentiation. Instead of 4 people are working, the 8 to 10 people also sometimes they work in that fields. So, this is called as disguised unemployment. Now, let us try to understand what are the causes, what are the reasons for this unemployment. Means rapid population growth. Means in India there was a huge population growth in 70s, 80s till now we have more than 140 crores population. Certain states like Bihar and UP and also Rajasthan, Madhya Pradesh, they are also having continuing that population growth. This is the reason that unemployment is still exists. And another important thing is that limited land. The land is very limited, means for cultivation, for farming, the availability of land is little. Majority of the land is not in the hands of the maximum number of people. This is the reason. So, unemployment, if they have little land, they can cultivate, they farm and they can get some sort of income from that land. However, limited land is available. And seasonal agriculture. The agriculture is not same across all 12 months. That is the reason. So, only seasonal agriculture there, and this is also majority is rain fed agriculture, and the climatic conditions also not appropriate regularly, and because of that also the people are unemployed in India. And traditional agriculture methods, still till today majority of the people, they follow the traditional, the stereotype agriculture farming. No modernization, no mechanization is coming up as much as it is required. So, the traditional agriculture methods also putting the people into unemployed. And decline of cottage industries. Earlier there was huge cottage industries. Due to that cottage industries, the people used to get little livelihood, little work in their own villages. But however, now there is no cottage industries in the villages. So, another important point to understand for the unemployment in the villages is lack of proper education. Education is there, but lack of proper means the quality education, employability education is some of the factor, some of the important element which is missing in India. Means the education is supposed to provide them the employability. However, that education is not able to provide the employability, then unemployment is also increasing. And inadequate employment planning. Another important point is inadequate. There is no proper vocational training institutes, and what are the modern trends, for example, whether it may be pharmacy, whether it is a technology. The children who are studying in tribal areas, the children who are studying in rural areas, they are not able to catch up that professions. That is the reason for also one unemployment. And there is no proper planning, means how much youth are coming out and what kind of need is required. There is no proper planning. These are the some of the things we need to address. Of course, we need to address in a larger perspective at micro level and macro level and also micro level. When we the last important point to understand is that you know, when the quality education is given, when the vocational education is given, when skill based training is given, definitely we can address this unemployment in India, and we can also address this social issue. Thank you.